Now, let's get into it because the Vegas Golden Knights announced the addition of 3 senior executives to spearhead a long-term strategy focused on innovation, smarter systems, and global growth. Here to share more on what we can expect from this is VGK President of Business Operations, John Penhollow. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's great to have you with us.
No, thanks for hosting.
Of
Appreciate
course, yeah. So what do the additions of Scott Kegley, Brian Harper, and Rich Wang bring to the organization?
It gives us a chance to just keep building on what's already here. It's a great foundation. The team has been really amazing on and off the ice since they started. Now we have a chance, though, to go to the next level. And that next level means something different depending on which area we're going to refer to. But each 3 come in with a great track record of business success. But equally as important, their track record for coaching and developing the talent that's around them. It's really at the top of what was a priority list for us.
Yeah. Can you share with us a bit of the direction this organization is really heading while entering this next level, this new era?
Yeah, I think that it's important to note that from an on-ice perspective, George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon have done an incredible job in partnership with Bill Foley, our owner, to make sure that the on-ice product is spectacular.
Yeah.
So now it's on us on the business side to sort of keep up with that, and we've done a great job so far as an organization, like I said earlier. But now it's how do we engage with our fans a little bit differently? How do we make sure that we're there in the areas where they want us? And from a perspective of Scott Kegley, he's going to help us really move into areas from a social and digital perspective that is what's happening throughout the rest of the world. For example, how we produce content, where it gets published, what the messaging is, what the tone is even, how deep we go, whether it's really hockey specific or lifestyle specific. Scott's going to help really get us on the right path there. Brian Harper's going to come in, and he's sort of what I alluded to with the staff when we had this long discussion on what we might do, is the on-ice product was able to grab Mitch Marner in the offseason, which was a big get. We already had a great offense last season on the ice, but yet we went out and got Mitch Marner. Brian Harper is like that for us on the business side. He comes from a background of 20-plus years in Minnesota, developing what many would say is the best game entertainment in all of sports. And that rivals what the Golden Knights do, so it's fascinating. And then Rich is going to come in and help us really standardize how we're going to evolve from a ticketing perspective, how we handle our finances, and then also how we're going to really look more closely at how analytics are important. So.
You know, talking about this, why should fans know about these new additions?
I think that if you look since day one, what's gone well, now what are the things we can lean into? That's great. What are the things that maybe we haven't gone deep enough with? And then what are some of the things that we haven't thought about yet? All 3 of these gentlemen, plus the other leaders like Eric Tosi, Kim Frank, like they're part of this as well. Rob Foley's going to take a greater position with us as well. Now it's a chance for us to get even better. And what that means, again, like I said earlier, we have a pretty high standard of where we could go next, and these 3 are going to help us get there.
Yeah, you know, we are talking about this new era, this next level. So are there any new ideas or significant projects that you're able to share with us?
It might be a little premature to go too deep on that, but I would say this, that how we show up for all of you on game night, throughout the rest of the week, how we show up at retail, how we show up in the community, we're going to keep building on what has gone well, but it's also possible that we could look to other things in the future, such as facilities. That's been a question I do get asked. Our facilities are amazing. City National Arena is a phenomenal home for us. We have America First Center in Henderson. We have Lee's Family Forum in Henderson. And of course, we get to play at T-Mobile Arena, great venue. But as a business, as we keep growing, as the business keeps growing, we may have to take a look at where does the business evolve and do we have the right facilities to do that? The one question I do get asked quite often is, do we have enough ice in town?
Yeah.
And that's, the obvious answer is, well, no, we don't. The
Right.
demand for boys and girls that are trying to play, it's significant. And so it's on us to make sure we can find places where we could put more ice. If you're going to do that, though, then what else would you do? If you're going to build 2 sheets or 3 sheets or 4 sheets of ice, what else could you do that could have an impact on the community? And so those are the conversations we're having inside the walls right now.
Yeah, well, it's an exciting time, so go Knights, go to that. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yes. To learn more on these new and exciting changes and to grab your tickets to the next VGK home game, just visit VegasGoldenKnights.com.